The Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber. Blood Money 10, Blood Money 15, Blood Money, Blood Money, Blood Money. I'm not going to start off with an intro song today because I've done that already 2 or 3 times. I'm sure you've probably heard the Blood Money. If you know that song, One Blood, the game, and all that stuff. And, this is the remix to the Blood Money. Yeah, well, you know how the song goes, Ignition remix and whatnot. So, you've already seen me make parodies of that. So, I'm going to skip over that today. All right, but at least for once, I can actually see the show live. These Blood Money shows, given that it fell on a Saturday this time, started about what 11 a.m. I believe, 10 o'clock on the kickoff show. I did not see Rey Mysterio and the Miz and whatnot. And again, I don't really care about that feud to begin with. I just know Rey Mysterio won, and now apparently Miz is now it was attacking the back, and now. I guess he's going to have a tag team match to bring a global superstar in. Now, apparently, people are now saying that it's supposed to be Cody Rhodes or whatnot. People I've heard say Cody Rhodes may have been on this show. I've already heard about Omega shooting on Cody Rhodes right now, and someone almost implying that he was already in the WWE. You had to go look at that whole interview if you want to know more about it. But, yeah, some people believe Miz may be bringing in Cody Rhodes, or he is most likely going to be on Raw by Monday. I'm not really sure. I don't think so, but at the same time, with a lot of the shots being given out right now, some would say by Kenny Omega and stuff, it wouldn't surprise me at the same time if he does show up on, Monday Night Raw and become his tag partner. But we'll find out and see about that on Monday then when that happens. But other with the whole Miz and Mysterio thing, we actually kicked it off with the Universal title on the line, Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Well, maybe it's best to start off with this match. What do I have to say about this? Goldberg, they just keep giving title shots to. Goldberg chants were out there. I know people did acknowledge Reigns. They locked up at first, which both guys started with multiple punches. Reigns having Goldberg throwing him outside to the floor then, throwing him onto the table. Goldberg getting back in and, sending Reigns into the barricade. Going back into the ring, which Reigns started hitting him several times. He went off the ropes, which Goldberg did spear him. He tried to go for a jackhammer, but Reigns got out of it, hit a Uranagi in. Reigns basically, was doing for the whole Superman punch stuff. He did a Superman punch thing. He went for another spear, but Goldberg once again hit him with his own spear. So that's 2 spears on Roman. Tried to hit the jackhammer, but Roman ended up hitting the guillotine. And I guess, Goldberg never gave up. But Goldberg just passed out and won. So the match went about 5-6 minutes as expected and stuff. Of course, it'd be a spears, whatever spear. Well, not a spear fest, but just spears by Goldberg. He never hit the jackhammer, so then again, every time Goldberg goes for the jackhammer, someone damn near almost dies, it looks like half the time. He already tried to kill Undertaker, but, Goldberg, he lost, Reigns won. Come on, there was no surprise in any of this. We've already said this before. Who really believed Goldberg was going to win? This isn't Bray Wyatt, okay? This is Reigns, all right? This is Reigns. Come on. The streak they've been having him go with the title and stuff. He wasn't going to lose. Come on. This whole 500-day thing, I don't care whatever Bully Ray was talking about, saying Goldberg needed to win. That wouldn't have made no sense. So, Goldberg, it's Goldberg, okay? So, it's not going to be when you think he's going to win the belt, then drop it the following week on SmackDown. That's not happening, but is this Goldberg's final match on his contract? I'm not really sure. Or will he have another one by WrestleMania? I don't know. But Reigns won. That's all you need to know. Next, the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Whoever wins will get a shot at the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, which was Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Doudrop, Nikki Ash, Alexa Bliss, and Liv Morgan. For some odd reason, they had Alexa Bliss come out last, but she wasn't one of the people to start off in the chamber. It was kind of she still went to her pod. Usually when everybody comes out first, they're going into the pods and stuff, and the final 2 would be the ones starting out the match. But for some reason, and Bliss got a good pop, don't get me wrong, but why not just start out? I talked to my friend Steven during this whole show today, and yeah, why just not have her come out first instead of come out last? That was very strange. And I'm sure a lot of people thought Alexa Bliss was going to win this. And wow, I got a phone call during the review. What's up with that, huh? But yeah, other than my phone call, it's always a phone call I get during these reviews. Yeah, like I said, Bliss being the last one in the chamber, But we did kick it off with Liv Morgan and Nikki Ash, who did start off the match. Doudrop was the third person in there. In fourth was Rhea Ripley. And whatnot. In this match, fifth was Alexa Bliss. I know that Bianca was already last, given that she won that match on Raw last Monday. Alexa, stop. Wow, I hate when I say, let's just say Bliss, because I'm going to set off this machine here. Okay, that usually happens. But, yeah, other than, like I said, Ripley was going to be last. Nikki Ash ended up getting eliminated first by Ripley hitting the Riptide. Doudrop got eliminated by Liv Morgan then. Was like a Sunset Powerbomb for that win. Bianca was out there next to number 6. You know, hitting Liv Morgan like one arm, military press, throwing her back into the ring and stuff, which was pretty good. Ripley and Bianca had a big square off then, which was you know, pretty big reaction. Now that's a match people wanted to see since you know, it's in a way a rematch since NXT, and we've seen both of these two kind of come, you know, one-on-one with each other sometimes, but in like multi-person matches and stuff. But I'm sure people would like to see another one-on-one match with both of them. And stuff. What? Who else? Trying to remember who else got eliminated next after that. Bliss got eliminated by, not Bliss, but Morgan got eliminated by Alexa Bliss. Was the Bliss off one of the, you know, top rope and stuff. By the way, Bliss is still coming out here dressed as Wyatt 2.0 also, okay? I know they got to keep the women covered up and stuff because of Saudi Arabia, but she still got like the Bray Wyatt 2.0 thing going on. Bianca hit the KOD on Ripley after that. Basically, it was Bianca and Bliss. And, man, I'm not going to lie. I was worried that Bianca was going to lose here. But in a way, like, knowing them, they would have had Bliss go over just for her being back and whatnot. But Bianca still ended up getting the win with the KOD. So she is going to WrestleMania to face Becky. Come on, the story writes itself. Goes all the way back since SummerSlam and shenanigans that have gone on. Excuse me, throughout this entire time. So, of course, it's going to be a WrestleMania with Bianca and Becky again. Bliss, though, you know, I'm not sure where it's going to go with this or what's going to happen. Like I said, they did these whole therapy segments and her come back to the chamber. Yes, she was one of the last people in there, but still, did I kind of expect her to win in a way? Yes, given that she was just back, you know, back just to be back and being thrown into the chamber. But Bianca had the win. And even, me and my co-host went on, like, people trying to complain on the internet that Bianca is boring and that they want to Liv Morgan to win. That, you know, even I sit there wondering, like, no, I don't hate Liv Morgan, but like, dude, like, they talk about like this big charisma she has and stuff. Like, by God, where is it? I'm not seeing it. You tell me how Bianca is boring. Bianca still gets bigger pops than Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan gets a good reaction, but the people are still excited to see Bianca and stuff, okay? So the belt has to go back to her by WrestleMania. It has to, all right? So the right person won this match, which I'm sure a lot of people already thought. And like I said, it was very predictable. So, yeah, Bianca winning this match was no surprise. Next, Ronda Rousey and Naomi went against Charlotte and Sonya Deville. Rousey, with the gi on, I guess, you know, her judo gear and stuff. She had to wrestle one arm tied behind her back or something like that. I guess since Deville was just, you know, selling the arm, but then she magically, you know, healed and stuff. The match itself, it was what it was going to be. Like I said, the whole show's predictable. Come on, we already know Rousey and Naomi were going to win. Rousey hitting the arm bar, you know, even my friend, he was like, you know, they could just have Rousey and Charlotte just brawl with each other. And then maybe Deville cheat the win to beat Naomi once again because they most likely will have a match at WrestleMania. Honestly, they should have been done right after that match on SmackDown, but they still doing this Naomi and Deville thing still, so I guess it probably will end at WrestleMania. But Rousey, I guess they need to get some steam back on Rousey and give her a win and stuff just to make her look strong. So it's no surprise by this. Come on, we already know who is going to win. So, you know, this just, I guess, to shake some of the cobwebs off of Rousey at the same time, too, given that she hasn't been in the ring in a very long time and stuff. So it was what it was. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny, and I know it's Saudi Arabia, but like you look at the graphics, you can tell how Photoshop it is, how they had to like put more clothes on the women when showing the WrestleMania graphics and stuff. So they had to just show them like more covered up and everything. Next, a match that went too long. Drew McIntyre versus Cat Moss in a false count anywhere, which basically just could have been a handicap match. I don't know why they had Corbin picking the spots throughout the whole thing. It could have just been a 2-on-1. I know McIntyre ended up hitting like with like a fucking Alabama sandwich like to the mat, I believe, almost kind of damn near killed Moss out there, but he looked to seem to be okay. But yeah, this could have been easy a 2-on-1, and McIntyre using a sword and almost cutting Corbin's head off. It looks like, and then he still used the sword to hit the Claymore at the same time and beat Moss. So like I said, this was a waste of time. Nobody cared. I didn't really want to see this in general. It was what it was. Okay, that's all you need to know. Drew won. I don't care about Drew versus the Laughing Hyenas here. I'm just surprised they didn't make this a handicap match. Okay, so Drew won, and hopefully we can move him on to something else because this is just dumb. It's really that dumb. It's just dumb. Okay, dumb. Um, what else? Becky Lynch versus Lita for the Raw Women's title. I think this match was good. We know Lita has had a one-on-one match in a while. And yeah, there was some spot calling out there. I'm not gonna lie, there was some couple botches here and there. Lita can still hit the moonsault, and I don't think this is the worst thing. Okay, like I said, we haven't seen Lita in a one-on-one for a while now. Okay, most of the time she's been in some type of tag team or a multi-person match every time they bring her back. But to her have a one-on-one match, I don't think it was bad. Bianca won. Not Bianca. Becky won. I'm getting these names confused tonight. I mean today, but Becky won. That's all you need to know. Like I said, Lita hit the twist of fate, did the moonsault, good near fall. Becky hit the manhandle slam, and that was kind of it. But I don't think this was a bad match. But given the people that was involved, I think that's what made it good. Like I said, I don't think Lita looked bad out there. Lita's still in pretty good shape and whatnot, and everything. So that's she can still go, okay? She takes care of herself, I can say. So she still got it in a way. But come on, Becky was gonna win regardless, and then Lita just had a standing ovation after the match and just, shook the fans' hands and stuff. Of course, they played the Undertaker video package again, Hall of Fame, all that stuff. The question is now, who will induct the Undertaker in the Hall of Fame when you think about it? I think that's a real question right there. But come on, man. Like I said, I've already explained enough on the whole Undertaker thing from yesterday. So you want to go hear me talk about that? I already talked about it yesterday, okay? But out in the video package, I guess the tag team championships is gonna be on the line between the Usos and the Viking Raiders, but it never happened. The Usos blindsided them. So yeah, these guys flew all the way to Saudi Arabia just to not even have a match. So maybe the match will be at WrestleMania. I don't know, but that was a waste of time. Um, Main event though, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Austin Theory, AJ Styles, WWE title on the line. Lesnar getting a huge pop, of course. First two was Rollins and Theory. Were in the match. Third was Riddle, which at one point, what was it? Trying to remember. But yeah, as I was saying, no, it happened when Rollins threw I think Theory into like one of the pods, which I guess bounced Lashley's head off to one of like to the steel post and everything, which I guess Lashley was taken out of the match, so I guess he was protected right here in a way due to being out, I guess because of concussion, so he never really made it into the match. So Lashley was basically gone after this. Now everybody else, of course, getting involved after they helped Lashley out of there. Riddle was number 3, and then AJ Styles was 4. And fifth was supposed to be Lashley, but since his pod didn't open, Lesnar broke out of it and basically murdered everybody in under a few minutes. Okay, it was just dead. All right, they just killed everyone. Killed Seth, killed Riddle, killed AJ Styles. F5, F5, F5. Chased Austin Theory around. It looked like what was it, like almost like a tiger hunting its prey, like a zebra out there. Theory trying to run, hiding a pod. Lesnar just kicking through it and throwing him out of there. Theory hit him with a low blow, but and even like drop kick Lesnar and try to get a DT for a 2, but Theory climbed the cage. Lesnar climbed up. Both were on top of the cage. Lesnar F5'd. By the way, side note, what was MVP throughout this thing? Side note, but yeah, Lesnar F5'd. He F5 Theory off the pod, which theory land on his feet. It's not like he landed face first out there, so he did land on his feet, so he should be okay. And look, like I say, he landed on his feet, so it wasn't bad. But it still looked crazy of him doing an F5 off the pod. And like I said, he threw him off of it, landed on the ground, dragged him in, and even kind of act like he took a selfie and became the new WWE champion. So honestly, we all saw this coming. I know some people I know don't really want to see this, but you knew this title for title thing was going to happen regardless at WrestleMania. You know it's going to be the main event. Damn, I'm surprised Brock Lesnar is a 10-time champion at this point too. But yeah, um, he just straight up murdered. Some would already say just buried all these guys out here. Lashley at least was protected, but I don't even know how he's being penciled into this. So I don't know what's going to be the case of how that's going to work. But yeah, Lesnar just straight up murdered everyone. This whole show was predictable, okay? You could have bet money on this. I'm sure some people may have and they won on this, but the whole show was predictable. Okay, you all knew what was going to happen. You know everything that was being set up for WrestleMania. Nothing was really surprising here or any type of like changes that people would have been surprised by. This was just a very predictable show. It's almost WrestleMania. So there you go. Lesnar's the champion. Him versus Roman at WrestleMania. I'm sure winner take all, main event, title for title. You know how this is going to go. Okay, so we all know what was going to happen. But yeah, this was the show. It was what it was, okay? It was predictable, and that's kind of it. All right, I'm not even going to say it was really that bad. It was just very predictable. The only matches I swear I didn't really care for that I could have just went to the bathroom and came back. Once again, predictability. But Drew versus Moss was it's a complete waste of time. Same with Rousey and them to an extent too. You already knew what that was going to happen. Okay, so everybody knew what it was going to be. All right, so it is what it is for Elimination Chamber, and that's kind of it. That's all I got to say. So I will be back probably maybe later tonight with a No Surrender review then. So yeah, at least this show was early in the morning, daytime, however you want to put this. So it ended like about 2 o'clock over here in my time. So that's the show, folks. Elimination Chamber. So comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. I don't got much to say about this. I'm out here. See you guys then. I'm gonna go check out the Idol show again today. Peace.